Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury from the ArchieLuxury channel, the Paul Pluta channel, and ArchieLuxury corporate. Guys, keep watching. Keep watching. I need the viewers. I need the viewers. I need the subs. I need it. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Tell your friends, whether you like them or hate them. Just tell them anyhow. ArchieLuxury on YouTube. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury channel. Today guys, I'm gonna sell a wristwatch through a watch dealer. That's right guys. Look guys, what's happened is basically I bought a Patek for investment. It was a 5127. I already had a 5127. And you know, I decided to I bought it because a friend of mine got it, and he's in the airline business, and I thought, hey, it was offered to me at a great price, and I proceeded to buy it, and it's a great watch. I love it, but some of the things have changed in my life now. I have decided that yes, I love my Patek, but I'd like to buy a Rolex. I'd like to get a Steel Sports Rolex. And yes, I love my 5196. I love all my Pateks. Quick wristwatch check. But I'm going to sell my 5127. I'm going to sell it. And I'm going to sell it through a dealer. That's right, guys. I'm going to sell it through a dealer. I'm going to sell it through Vintage Watch Co. My good friend Ronnie at Vintage Watch Co. He's a cool guy, great guy. I had actually put the watch up for sale a couple of times, and it just hasn't gone through. What's happened is I had a guy in America. It was just too much hassle. I'm too old to be worrying about it being pinched. So I just said, look, don't buy it from me. I didn't want to do the deal. And I had another customer in Bangkok who was really keen. But again, there's no flights. I can't hand deliver it. So, you know, it's just one of these things that I like some certainty. So I've decided we're gearing up to Christmas. Ronnie from Vintage Watch Co., he's desperately after stock. He wants stock. If you've got a Rolex, if you've got a Patek Philippe, if you've got a quality timepiece, give him a call. And I said to him, hey, Ronnie, do you want to take this on consignment? The best way, if you want to get top dollar, is to put it on consignment. Consignment means that it's your watch. You give it to the dealer. He doesn't pay you for it until it sells. It gives the dealer stock without having to outlay, and it gets you the best possible price because you've got a bit of skin in the game, and you can control the sale. Now, since I actually bought this watch, I've got the extract and I've got the correct Patek box for it, so it's all set to go. It's all set to go there. And I got to be honest with you, some of my priorities have changed with COVID. I have kind of, what I'd like to honestly do is use that money to have a bit of a nest egg, bit of a cash reserve, and also I want to get a Steel Sports Rolex. I've been without a Rolex now for, how long haven't I not had a Rolex for? It's over a year. No men's Rolex, no men's. I've got a ladies one, but it doesn't really count. So in this case here, I contacted Ronnie from Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane, and I said, hey Ronnie, do you want to take this on consignment? I said, look man, I told him, I said, look, I'd like to make $1,000. I know he's got to add on some overhead for his shop and his customer base, so that's what I'm going to do. And sometimes the dealers can get you better prices than you could get if you sold it yourself. And in this case here with COVID, I don't really want to ship it internationally. I don't want to ship it in Asia. I'd have to hand deliver it. Look, I'm a bit of a worrier, and it concerns me. I don't want to make this is a expensive timepiece, a 20,000 Aussie dollar mistake, and the watch is going to go to Vintage Watch Co. He's going to be listing it, and let's have a look at how it sells there. And I got to be totally honest with you. I did have two good sales for it, but it fell through because I just a bit scared about shipping. I am scared on the shipping, and that worries me. I don't want to be forced into a position that I'm not comfortable. So I'm going to be selling it through a dealer. What made me decide to do this? Well, look, we're coming up to Christmas. Let's be honest there, we're coming up to Christmas. Ronnie, obviously, he hasn't got as much stock as he usually would because he can't travel. Normally, he buys a lot of stock in Hong Kong. And I thought, you know what, this could be a great time. It's the end, becoming the end of November. Let's put it in his shop. He's got a beautiful premises. Let's put it in there for Christmas. Surely it must sell before Christmas. I mean, a Patek Calatrava automatic, surely that would sell. That would sell before Christmas. There, it's a great piece to have there. So, look, I tried it. I suppose if it doesn't sell, I'm happy to hold on to it for a bit longer. It's got to find the right punter for that piece. It's quite a nice Calatrava, 37mm, larger size, automatic with date. But I think the dealer's exposure, he's got a lot more contacts than I have. I tried it. I wasn't happy with the terms on the two leads I had. So now it's going to Vintage Watch Co. And sometimes dealers can get the deals over the line. And I mean, if you want to get the best price from a dealer, put it on consignment instead of an outright sale. A consignment-based situation can be very, very beneficial to both parties concerned. So, what would I like to do? Look, I've had a bit of a think there. I really would love to get one Steel Sports Rolex for life. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to get there. I'm just taking it easy. I would love a Milgauss. Milgauss would be cool. A Z Blue. Explorer 1. Explorer 1 would be cool. What else would I like? Milgauss, Explorer 1. Obviously, I'd love a Pepsi, I'd love a Panda, but that's impossible to get there. I'd love a Batgirl. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. So there's a number of pieces. Two-tone, no, probably steel. I really think steel as an everyday piece, just wear, would be really cool to have there. I want to get something for my 50th. I'm 48, so I still got a fair bit of time. I got a fair bit of time, so I'm no rush. I'll see what sort of comes up. That's the best way. But look, the Patek itself there, sometimes it's, if you want to move something, give it to a dealer on consignment can be a very effective means of moving the piece. So yeah, I've that's what I think the best way to move this piece. So it's going to Vintage Watch Co. Hopefully they put it on their website soon. I'll get it in next week. and let's see if we can get this baby sold. The money would be handy, yeah. I'd probably, I'd probably just hold back, hang on to the cash for a little bit. I'm a bit scared. We're in uncertain times. I don't want to just go out there and race out and buy something. I just want to slow down, take my time a little bit. I've got a few leads. A few people have offered me contacts who can get me one at retail, some sort of fancy-wancy. So I'd do that. I would do that. But just, just slow down. Let's sell the Patek first, and then I think I'd love to add, maybe an Explorer 2 would be a great watch. I'd love to add something and then just hold it. That's my watch. I'm sort of sick of flipping and trading and swapping. I've kind of, my 5 Pateks I love. I'm very happy to have, and I think now I just want to round off the collection. I think the best way to round it off would be to have Steel Sports Rolex, which I can wear. I got the Pateks, which for special, just to, I love my Pateks. I love my Pateks, but I really want to have a Steel Sports Rolex. It's interesting. It's taken me this time, because I got rid of all my Rolex. It's given me time now to think about what is it I want with the collection. And I thought, I like my Patek collection is humble, to say the least. Okay, there's a lot of wealthy people who would, have a much better. But I've got a good bit of variety. I got a world time, I got an annual calendar, and I got 3 beautiful, very unique Calatravas. Manual wind. I got the 6006 with the black dial and the 240 micro rotor movement, and I got a 5127G still. I still got one of those. So that's kind of gives me some really nice pieces. I'd like to round off the collection by saying, you know what? I'd love to get a chronograph, probably either an Omega Speedmaster, Man on the Moon, or a Zenith El Primero. But before I do that, I want to get one and done Steel Sports Rolex. So that's kind of how I'm thinking. So to make this happen, I'm going to sell the Patek, sell one of my Pateks, and that'll free up some money, and we can put the wheels in motion. Okay, guys, I'm Paul Pluta. This has been a video on, I'm listing it with Ronnie, Vintage Watch Co. And let's see what happens. Okay, guys, see you in the next one.
Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. Some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.
Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW.